Welcome to this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters, podcast we chart the cinematic legacy of the classic monsters. I'm John Campbell. With me as always, Brendan Jones.
Is it over, John? Is it over?
It's finally over, Brendan. We finally reached the conclusion of the Dracula 2000 trilogy.
Can it be a trilogy when neither the second movie nor the third has a Virgin Megastore in it?
I know, the biggest thing that didn't carry over. Why?
Yeah.
The thing that really that I'm so fascinated by is that 2 and 3 were shot together and yet are so different. I mean, you know,
I will say that is actually strangely a benefit because it's definitely a direct continuation, but the tone-ish. But mainly it has its own thing, and so I'll tip my hat. It's still not good,
and that's the last of the hat tipping I think we'll get in this episode.
That is probably the last.
Yeah.
I will say, in general, and getting this out of the way, in general, this is a better movie than the previous.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. Mainly because I was shocked. The first thing I thought, about halfway through the movie, I went, oh, so more money was spent on this one, clearly. They shot them together, but they put the bulk of the budget towards this one. Because if you recall, Dracula 2, it was a while ago that we watched it. Ascension.
It's primarily in a gymnasium.
Yes, it pretty much is. And then like one scene on the street outside of it. So the fact that this one like moves around from place to place, I was like, wow, this theme's epic in comparison to Dracula 2.
Now, I don't have any information. I actually tried to look up because I wanted to not look like an idiot when I said this, but I'm willing to look like an idiot.
Okay.
Because I could not find information on it.
Yeah.
But looking at this, which by and large, no, in fact, the entire thing takes place in Romania.
Correct. Bucharest, specifically.
It does not look like they shot there.
Oh, well, interesting, Brendan, because they shot the whole movie in Bucharest, Romania.
Did they?
They did.
I couldn't find that information.
Yes.
It just didn't look like it to me. I mean, I
wouldn't say they like take huge advantage of that, but no, they did.
Well, no, there's like that opening where it's all sort of this flat land, and you see it's like
the movie
quasi-apocalyptic.
The movie was entirely
set in the near future.
It was entirely shot in Romania, including all the stuff on stages was even shot in Romanian sound stages. So,
well, then I have. Shamed myself and my family.
I don't know if you've shamed yourself or the movie though, because if the movie didn't tell you it was shooting in Romania, then that's probably not. If it's set in Romania and they shot there and you aren't sure, that's not an endorsement of the film.
Yeah, and plus all the fact that whenever we do see people, locals, I can tell that some of them are speaking Romanian, but also we've got UN troops, so there are people speaking French at certain points. And I'm like, well, what are they selling us on here? They're trying their best to make it look like not post-apocalyptic, but pretty dystopian, near future Romania.
By the way, right off the bat, I want movies to be banned from using the title
in the near future.
I hate it so much. It is such a lazy, that way it explains any differences you might notice. Near future.
Yeah, near future. I liked exactly one thing in this movie. And that was the concept of where they're like going, there's some sort of power disruption going on. There's some sort of governmental thing happening within Romania that's very mysterious, and local government are basically challenging the leaders of this uprising. It's like, come and meet us in daylight.
Yeah.
And they're like, we don't, and the news is reporting on it like CNN, but it's not CNN.
Right.
Saying like, we don't know what that means. And basically all that, I thought, oh, that's pretty awesome. I like that idea. This movie has nothing to do with that.
I was gonna say though, I like that idea, except the movie doesn't. Yeah, it is not about that.
No, this movie just ends up being a buddy movie between Jason and Jason.
Oh my god. Jason London.
This generation's new Ford and Foran.
Jason and Jason.
Jason London and Jason Scott Lee
Man, I don't want to watch either one of these guys. But
I
found Jason London impossible to watch in this. Just so irritating.
Completely agree, because Jason Scott Lee is doing the action hero thing, yeah, I mean, he's not great, but he's dull,
but he's not. I'm not like upset by him.
Jason London is doing
yammering,
and not only just doesn't stop yammering. His line readings are really embarrassingly amateur, and
when did he?
I am sitting there going like, "You've done things."
Yeah. When did he lose the ability to act? Because this is the guy from
on
Dazed
the way
and Confused.
to Bucharest.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, like he's nominally one of, if not the main character of Dazed and Confused. And he's great in that.
He is.
But then it's just like apparently by this point. He has no
I think in Dazed
anymore.
and Confused, because of the filmmaker and the rest of the cast and the entire vibe of it, where he was called upon to play a handsome, if slightly thoughtful, pretty boy high schooler who just wants to smoke pot and doesn't know about his future. I think it just was in his wheelhouse.
It is kind of true that like Linklater over the years has really excelled at getting good performances out of people who aren't actors.
He also does a great blending in his cast where it's really top-notch actors and then very naturalistic, maybe even locals and stuff like that.
But I even think about like his ability to direct kids in something like School of Rock, or certainly like the beginning parts of Boyhood. And he's really good at getting that naturalism out of people.
Hey, turns out he's good.
Yeah, I know. It's like
turns out Jason London is not.
No,
sorry, Mr. London.
Well, I am sort of looking. It's like, okay, Dazed and Confused, and then it's like, then what? What?
Didn't he do TV and stuff?
Well, the other thing that always confuses me is his twin brother is also an actor.
Yes,
and that always throws me. So I'm never sure. Jeremy was the one who was on Party of Five.
Oh, that's where okay.
Jason, I don't think look, I mean, Jason has done like TV episodes here and there, but I will say I think Jeremy is the better actor of the two, or certainly the one who's gotten more legitimate work.
Okay.
I mean, they both continued to act, but
they're both very handsome men.
Well, because they look exactly the same. I mean, Jason's big follow-up to Dazed and Confused was The Rage Carrie 2.
Oh my god.
Remember The Rage Carrie 2?
I do. And the way it launched so many careers.
That whole oh my god, all the people. I'm literally going like, who was the main actor in that?
Didn't she I think she was a flavor of the month
Emily
too.
Burgle.
Oh, yes. And I think that she survived. Didn't she end up in, like, Gilmore Girls?
Yes, she did.
Oh, look at Brendan with a bit of a memory.
That's not bad. I
Way to go, Brendan, you old man.
Yeah, certainly has done some things, but yeah.
Done some things.
Yeah, that's a movie I'm going to end up talking about on another podcast, so I'll save my thoughts for The Rage Carrie. Yeah.
That's not a very big franchise. I think that'll be a very quick one for you.
Well, we're doing Stephen King adaptations and tangentially related versions of those. So
gotcha.
Yeah, it's not just. In fact, as you're listening to this, that might already be out. So go listen to that.
Go listen to
that. But yes, Dracula 3 Legacy. Of course, we had to talk about this poster because it's the same as all the other Dimension posters. A lot of heads. A lot of heads.
It's all red.
Big heads, including two prominently featured actors who are combined in the movie for less than 20 minutes.
Yep. But they are selling points.
They are selling points, and I will say, I think Rutger Hauer is kind of fun. He doesn't have enough to do, once again. Similar to last week talking about Sam's Lot, Hauer's having fun. It's not good.
No, but I will say...
the man is always interesting to watch.
Yes. The filmmaker seems to understand, save it. There he is at the end.
Well, also...
mainly because that is to wake us up.
expensive, expensive, expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
that's sort of the thing too, where it's like these guys are in the movie the least because they probably got paid more than everyone else.
Right.
I mean, Roy
But at the
Scheider
very
needed a new
least,
kitchen, you know?
we needed something at that stage of the movie
Yes.
to keep us awake, literally.
Yeah.
So I was
No,
like, oh,
By the
he's
time
not.
I'm salivating for Dracula by the time he shows up in this.
Yeah.
thing. Because
And finally, and he's doing his odd delivery of probably lines he's tinkered with.
I was gonna say, how much of this do you think he improvised? Because it's
A
nothing but
little
monologues at the end here.
That whole thing about I'm willing to bet this is not in the script. The thing where he goes, "Hollow is my name," where
Yeah.
he's mocking
Yeah.
the Lord's Prayer and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah, that feels like a Hauer original.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you know what?
God.
I'm sure all of his improvs are better than what was written, because it can only
Probably.
be. It can only be.
Oh, but this is the script that gives us lines like,
Oh God, there's some.
"Why
real
do you
stinkers in
call
this.
me DG?
Oh,
Because you're
God.
damaged goods."
Oh boy, did I hate that.
But that's his cool nickname for whatever the priest vampire guy is. He
Uffizi.
calls him DG.
Father Uffizi.
Father Uffizi, that's right.
Because the thing is, you don't really look like an Uffizi because he's Asian.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah. Oh, I get it now. Thanks, man. So I'm going to call you DG for damaged goods. And that's going to run for the whole movie.
Oh God, yeah, man. And sometimes he even calls him Deej.
Oh, boy.
Because that's just the kind of cool hip dude that Jason London's character is.
Oh, God.
His character of Luke.
I will say this. Yes, he's very not good in this movie, Mr. London. I will say they gave him shit.
No, it's true. It's true. No, not even a good actor could sell these lines.
He does occasionally make, like at the very beginning, he looks like the world's worst and least prepared vampire hunter ever.
Yes.
Also the world's most frightened.
God,
But,
I know. Isn't the implication they've been fighting vampires for a while? How is he still this freaked out by them?
Yes, and then you get the possible explanation that was all a ruse because he's playing basically the bait.
Yeah,
because,
except it's kind of not, though, at the same time.
Yeah, it is kind of not at the same time. But at the same, what I was getting is that they don't do a good job, even though they state that it's been him and Uffizi fighting vampires since the end of the first movie, basically trying to track down the original, aka Dracula.
It was nominally modern day in the last movie, and now
yes,
it's the
but
near
now
future.
it's the near future.
Of course it is.
Oh God.
Yeah, and I did think, wow, a lot of heavy lifting you're doing, movie, to set up a whole new world in the third film.
Yep.
Maybe
but
don't
really,
do
the
that.
changes aren't too drastic. It's not like they're using future tech. It's really
most
just
of it
about
is just
political stuff.
And I when they go there and this Romania is under NATO martial law, I'm going, what is the point of any of this? And then by the end of the movie, I kind of understand, but still don't really understand the point of it.
Well, they didn't. Like I said, the idea is cool that Dracula is now kind of not coming out of the shadows, but he has taken control of the state government, and he's also essentially making it like cool to be vampires in Romania, and they're actually now trucking in foreigners as blood supply.
But that's where I wish they had gone
this
full.
Is all clever idea.
I wish they had gone
not...
full like Anno Dracula with it, and he's like setting up like a vampire state. But this movie doesn't have the money to get into something that big and epic and scale.
So essentially, this is all, what is interesting about it is basically that's a great concept, but they don't do anything with it because the core story is the most basic of all, which is Jason Scott Lee wants to finish the bad guy, and Jason London, he wants to get the girl back. That's basically it. Well, and it is still Diane Neal from the previous movie.
Yeah, and what a bummer, because she's one of the only good actors in this thing, and she's not.
Oh, really and she's in there for 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Too.
It's just like, okay, great. Well, she was actually I mean, I'm not, there wasn't much to like about the last one, but she is a competent actor at the very least.
Yeah,
Sideline her, man.
Shit to do in that first one, though.
Yeah, and she gets some embarrassing shit to do in this one too.
Yes, she does. Now, here's the thing: the other female lead that they introduced in this movie, I'm going out on a limb.
Yeah,
I think she's pretty good actor-wise.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's okay,
the reporter?
But she's given shit to do. Yes, she's given shit to do, and this movie is one of the worst, most awkward. Let's create a love for the ages in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, holy
that you
God!
Can't buy.
Also,
can't buy it.
You can't buy that, and I'm sorry, Jason Scott Lee just can't play it. He just can't. He's not capable of that as an actor. I'm sorry, he's just not. Jason Scott Lee is at his best when he is an action figure in a movie.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, like him, you put him in a Mortal Kombat movie or something like that, and you go, oh, great. Yeah, he looks really good, and he knows the martial arts.
John, you can't mention the name of that franchise without then going,
Mortal Kombat!
One of the best themes ever.
Yeah. Or, he was, I think I brought this up before, he was Mowgli in the Disney live action version in the 90s.
That's right.
But you're like, great, he barely has to talk.
Right. He is an incredibly fit and handsome man.
Yep.
I thought he did a very decent job.
Yeah.
As
Bruce Lee.
In Dragon.
And that's what people always bring on me, going like, Jason Scott Lee, like, what about Dragon? I'm like, yeah, that was like the one time when he fit that. And that movie's pretty good, and he's really good in it.
He actually is.
Yeah, I know. But
he rose to the occasion
I've never seen him in anything else where I thought he was actually like, I mean, we've seen him a few times on the show now.
Yep.
Because we saw him fight a mummy as well.
We sure did. He fought the hell out of that mummy.
And man, who could forget Time Cop 2 straight to video?
I'm sorry, what? Apparently I did forget
the
it.
Straight to video sequel to Time Cop 2, The Berlin Decision. Why does it have like a Robert Ludlum novel subtitle?
Yeah, I know.
The Berlin Decision.
Because that gives it automatic respect. You automatically respect
the Macau stratagem.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I forgot. He also ends up taking over the Prophecy franchise.
The Tahitian treat. Oh wait, no, that's a soft drink.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Soft drink Ludlum novel. It could go either way. No, I forgot he ends up doing the Prophecy franchise. So he goes hard into the Dimension film. Dimension really takes a liking to him.
I mean, he's kind of a Dimension guy, and I'm not saying that as like a slam. It's just, he fits that aesthetic, which is it pretty, and can it sort of
this came up this
do
movie,
some action.
Another thing he was in, and I swear we'll get to this movie, but another thing he was in, and this came up over on my Star Wars podcast, the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sequel that no one watched.
Didn't you know it existed?
Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. 2016, it was a Netflix original. This movie effectively does not exist. And that's crazy. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh came back. But
she deserves so much better.
Yeah,
I mean, she got so much better.
Well, yes. She's doing quite well. I think there's no worries. Michelle Yeoh. But yeah, it's just so crazy that what a like cultural touchstone Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was, and then they made a sequel, and everybody's like,
I mean, it didn't require one.
No.
It's a complete story.
And it's another thing where it's like a 15-year later sequel as well.
Oh, great.
You're going like,
is it the child of the other characters?
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah.
The adventures of the kids.
The reason yes, and that is why it came up on the Star Wars podcast, because one of them is Sabine Wren from
really?
that actress. Yeah, one of her first things was she was one of the leads in that, and she's wonderful.
Well, I like her as Sabine.
Yeah, she's great. And we will talk about her long from now in the movie Day Shift with Jamie Foxx, the vampire movie. I
didn't see.
She's really good in that, and that's where I first saw her and was like, oh, she'll be a great Sabine. She's really cool. But anyway, yes. So back to this. It's the near future.
Yes. It is.
Jason Lee. I wish it was Jason Lee hunting vampires. That'd be something.
Yeah.
By the way, Jason Lee paired with Jeremy London in Mallrats.
That's right.
Yeah, I think Jeremy has a little bit better.
He is
chops.
slightly better.
Yeah, he's a little bit better. They will both end up on Seventh Heaven, though. Both London brothers end up appearing on Seventh Heaven.
Great.
But
just playing the same character because one of them couldn't make it
whichever one's available. But
we need a London.
In another sign of, and say what you will about Seventh Heaven, it's not good, but still interesting that Jeremy ended up the regular on the show, and Jason just did some appearances. So you still, even still, it's like, yeah.
Man, you can't resist getting your digs in. You are so.
And who could forget Jason London's snowboard stoner comedy, Stone Cold or Out Cold? Sorry, not Stone Cold. Out Cold.
I don't know.
I remember it coming out and seeing posters and going, no thanks.
To me, that says you own it on 4K.
I'm the 4K restoration of Out Cold that I'm sure exists. Somebody lovingly restored from original film negatives. Yeah, so
it was just entered in the National Film Registry, I understand.
I think Scorsese really champions it. Amongst stoner ski comedies, it's actually one of the funniest.
You didn't say that fast enough.
I didn't say
you
fast
enough. Not Scorsese.
No, because even I couldn't make myself have Scorsese talk about Out Cold.
No.
But yes, Jason Scott Lee is trying to figure out where Dracula is, and it's badass because he pins this vampire to some train tracks and wants to know what the deal is. Now, I will say, I love vampire hunting weapons, but he's just using a spear gun. There's nothing cool or vampire huntery about it.
The first thing is the fake out, because he's walking around, and I actually liked that, at least for this part, he's holding a stake that is a croquet post.
Yeah.
Sharpened. And I was I like that. That's cool. Croquet.
That's a cool idea, yeah.
But that's not what he's going to use. Basically, he's coaxed out two vampires, a guy and a woman, and they're attacking him, and it turns out, he was just the bait, because there's Jason Scott Lee there's Uffizi with his weird scythe axe thing, and he's lopping, and they
he gets a big hero entrance where they're gonna kill London, and then they look up and he's coming up out of the smoke all in silhouette.
Turns out he's silhouetted. And he looks like a cool dude.
And I just thought it's one of those things where, once again, I'm like, what fan base is there where they're watching this going, yeah, Uffizi! Like Batman showing up. He's just like, yeah!
That's my man!
Actually, it's very similar to how Captain America comes into Infinity War.
Except for, in that point, I actually am crying.
Yeah, when I saw that in the theater, people did applaud.
Captain America.
What a great entrance he has in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
But in this, so they kill the dude, and then it is the female that they're wanting to question, and she's all gothy. She looks very much like... the
vampire makeup in this is pretty lazy.
Oh, my God. I love later on when we get clown vampires, but we'll get there.
I called them circus vampires, but same idea.
This is like Fairuza Balk, essentially, and they have her on the train track.
They wish they could afford Fairuza Balk in this thing.
And they're like, hey, man, or you got to tell us, where is he, the guy, the main dude? She's I can't tell you.
It's very much, are they trying to do a beginning of Diamonds Are Forever? Where's Blofeld?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
and then
cool.
says something about getting him a stainless steel delicatessen. No.
As you jump to For Your Eyes Only.
Yes, I did. But that is still one of the weirdest and stupidest inside jokes ever.
Yeah, man.
That's not the way you take out a character like that.
No, but it is if you want to give a middle finger to Kevin McClory.
Apparently they did.
Yeah.
So that is basically the whole thing. And she's like, I just can't. So she gets run over by a train.
Yeah. And Jason London, of course, has to be doing this like, come on, man, train's coming, you're gonna move. Oh God, the train.
What I love is that both of the heroes
Yeah.
who are doing the threatening, they're also standing on the tracks.
Yeah.
I was like, you can kind of keep her in place without yourself being in the middle of the tracks, but that wouldn't make for good movies. So
no, it's just what a badass this dude is, man.
Yeah, because our human hero, Jason London, he jumps off as the train gets closer, but the badass vampire priest guy is hanging on for a little bit, and then finally he does jump off.
Yes.
And then the train kills her. So that's our introduction. They have been just searching the world, trying to zero in on where Dracula is. I might have whispered in their ear, "You might try Romania."
Well, that's basically what Roy Scheider does, right?
Yeah.
Because he immediately returns to Roy Scheider, who's of
Who
course
filmed. He filmed both
of these in one,
the same day. It's the same afternoon.
Sure.
You can tell.
And he said, "Show me that check again." Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And it's like, this did it clear for the other? Okay.
Great. Hold on. That's separate checks for each movie, right? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, good, perfect. I don't want any of that shit where because we filmed it the same day, it only counts once. It's still 2 movies, folks.
It's still 2 movies,
yeah.
And I'm gonna get residuals from both.
And he's just walking around going, "I was in Jaws. I was in Jaws.
I
know, it's really sad.
And yet again, what a pro! He's sitting there doing it.
Both him and Hauer, this is so far beneath both of them.
Oh my God, this is literally subterranean.
Yeah.
So far,
but both of them act sincerely, like it, do it as best they can
because they're pros.
They are 2 guys who are like, well, I committed to it. I do the work. They are just pros.
I will say these dumb lines about where you'll find the master of all vampires, aka Dracula.
But I do like Roy Scheider going because he's like, we haven't heard from you in 5 years, and now you show up, and he's just like, I'm gonna need the following things. He's like, no.
I love the whole thing where he goes, "We haven't heard from you in 5 years," and then the other guy goes, "I know it seems like that, but it's clearly the exact same."
I had also forgotten that Roy Scheider's character is blind, which is another thing where I just go like, Roy Scheider's like, "Can I play it blind? That'll give me something interesting to do."
And guess what? He does.
Yeah. That's just my theory. I don't know if that's true, but it is just the idea of Roy Scheider going, "Can I do anything to make this fun for me?
Can I do anything where I don't look directly into the gorgeous eyes of Jason Scott?"
Oh, but we have, of course, his vampire eyes. That's why he's got to wear the sunglasses the whole time. I mean, come on. Also, the sunglasses all the time. He's part vamp. I mean, what are we? We're just doing Blade again. They're all just doing Blade. All these movies.
He is the Daywalker.
All these movies
he's just
are
the Daywalker
except for
as a priest.
Yeah, except for this makes no sense because he's literally just like, "Why aren't you a vampire?" "Yeah, I fight it off."
He fights it off.
And he's just too fucking cool.
He's worried that someday he won't be able to. I think that's setting up how this movie ends.
Yeah, the somewhat confusing way this movie ends.
It's not confusing. It's gorgeous. It's like, oh my God, the king is dead. Long live the king.
We'll save that because they put that on screen.
And it's awesome.
Fuck off, movie.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God. So yeah,
I want the next sequel right now.
Yeah, where was Dracula 4? So Dracula, yes, they tell him, we think Dracula's in Romania. He's gone home.
Yeah, and then what's hilarious is this guy who runs this whatever.
There's no one else around. Here's another example of budget. No, it's literally just Roy Scheider in this giant, churchyard
and
or whatever.
The implication is this is another kind of like secret within the Catholic Church. We fight things.
Yeah.
And yet Roy Scheider's character then tries to convince him it's over. Yeah. Just stop doing it. He's like, you could have your own parish or something. We need good priests more than we need monster hunters or whatever.
I love the idea of just let Dracula have Romania.
Yeah.
Like, just if he stays over there, fine. I mean,
fuck those people.
Yeah, it's like, well, he's gonna truck people in. Okay, but how many people can he realistically bring to Romania? It's cool. You need to be a priest here. That's where you do your best.
Well, this is only so they can have Uffizi be a badass and say,
yeah,
I don't. What is it? I don't bless little children or something.
Yeah,
It's like his line. And basically, he takes the collar off and hands it back, and he's like, "I don't bless little children. I kill vamps." And then he walks off, and you see Roy Scheider's disappointment, which is the best acting he's doing in the entire movie, because he's convincing us he's disappointed that his part in this trilogy has ended. That's how good an actor he is.
So upset.
He's not disappointed at all.
Oh, thank God.
He's very happy. That's a wrap on Mr. Scheider.
I'm going. This wasn't the last thing he did, was it? No. Okay, thank God.
Thank God. But it is the last he's in this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was sitting there going like, great, where is craft service? I'm getting a couple more of those eclairs before I leave.
He's stuffing his pockets with pastries.
he's basically Arrested Development. He's like going, you keep that bone. That's a stew.
Yeah,
that's a stew.
Man, that's a stew. Goddamn, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers owns that.
Man, you put that in with some, with some water and get some celery and chop up some onions. You got yourself a stew.
God damn, that is genius.
Yeah, anyway. That is so good. Yeah, so they go, oh man, renegade priest. Man, I just watched Pope's Exorcist the other week, and I'm big into these renegade priests. The idea of like that they call him in front of the council
you'll grow out of it. But I understand that now you're really
I'm really in the renegade priest phase. But I love in that too, where they call him in front of just like, you're going too far, Father. You're over the line on this one. I love it. I love the idea.
It's a cop movie.
They're just using the structure of a renegade cop. And here's the same thing where it's like, man, Dracula got away. You just got to let this go, Jason Scott Lee. And it's just like, no way, man. And he takes the collar off like it's the badge. And he's like, I'm doing this on my own.
He does. He totally does that exactly.
I love the idea of turning movies about priests into cop movies. So they go to Bucharest. Unclear how they get there exactly, because the whole thing is we're under NATO martial law, and that's why he needed the church to vouch for him. And Roy Scheider's like, we won't, but they still just end up there. Cut to that's where they are. Yeah,
they literally just walk out of the train station,
and it's only under NATO martial law. There's one soldier and a sign that says under martial law.
I know.
Just like, man, this country's really under martial law.
The train station did look to me to be legit. But the funny thing to me is, it's like, okay, it is like the Bucharest train station that they dressed up to look like it's a dystopian future.
Yeah.
So they literally just put some junk in front of it, including like a guy who has like a cart selling junk. And so basically something they could take out in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Bucharest is actually like, you guys have 20 minutes to do the scene and get that shit out of the way.
Yeah, come on, man.
But now they're in Bucharest.
you understand trains need to come through here, actually.
Yeah.
So could you just...
and they're like, oh, God, it's another Dracula movie? Oh, that's a little on the nose, don't you think?
You think Romania's ever like, oh, you need a film permit? Let me guess. It's about fucking Dracula.
I am sure that is kind of the way that goes.
Sure,
is them going like, oh, let me guess, Dracula? Yeah.
All right. How come you never shoot a space movie here?
Yeah. How come George Clooney's never come here?
Yeah. Oh, and then we have to get a long... This is where you get the DG for damaged goods, and they have to talk about... Jason Lund has to talk about, like, man, we got to find Diane Neal's character, whatever her name is.
We've got to find Diane Neal's character.
We've got to find Diane Neal. Somebody told me she went back to the set of Law and Order, but I'm not sure. No, I think she shot all this and then got Law and Order, and then that was,
I have a feeling that's the order.
Yeah, that's yeah.
She would not say, guys, sorry, I have to leave this respectable television program to go shoot a goddamn Dracula movie.
Sorry, Mariska Hargitay. I've got to go do Dracula. It's just, it's really important to me.
Yep.
I did actually. I looked on her Instagram, and she did have photos. She kept the teeth. She kept the her vampire
nice.
teeth. Yeah. Which I'm like, yeah. And I love that she just refers to that, like, when I was making those Dimension vampire movies.
There you go.
And I'm like, that's good. That's the right attitude to have about that.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't need to apologize.
No, nor does she need to link to them, though. But he's just like, I just love her, man. Haven't you ever felt? And this is setting up the thing too. He goes, "Don't you know what it is to love? I know you're a priest, but like maybe you'll meet a romantic interest later in the movie." Basically,
and
is
it'll
what he's
be
saying.
Fucking hot. Yeah,
yeah. Except it won't be. I've never seen less heat between two.
Yeah,
actors.
there's.
They're both
it's
very attractive, but
right.
my God, there's nothing there.
There is nothing there.
Like the movie. I mean, we've seen a few forced romances on this show, and this is really one of them.
It's up there.
And so, I mean, because literally he goes, "Don't you know what it is to love? Haven't you ever been in love?" And then they see a TV report from the woman is the next scene. I didn't put that together until right now that was the case.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, that's good writing.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Because she's the one doing the report about, yeah, it's weird. The rebels are saying that they'll only meet the leaders if they come out in the daylight. And I do like the rebel guy going, she goes, well, that's kind of a weird thing to ask. And he's like, trust us. We have our reasons.
Yeah, it's like, we have our reasons. No comment. Moving on.
It's definitely not that they're vampires.
No, what? No, who said that? Was that you?
We literally have that scene later when they go like, we're here to fight Dracula. He's like, Dracula, he's not real. That's silly.
What are you on about?
We're talking about Dracula. That's nuts. Wait, you're fighting. Oh, if you actually are fighting Dracula, then we are totally with you on that.
Yeah, just tell us when and where. Yeah, she is a reporter with the CNN-esque thing.
What I can't remember what it's some generic
EBC or something.
Some shit.
And it's also kind of all British because all the people. She's British, her crew is British, and the guy she's talking to back.
The cameraman we'll talk about later. Love his performance.
Yep.
So yeah. So they get to this checkpoint. What is the point? What is the deal with this scene? I'm still kind of baffled by this.
Well,
they pull a gun on.
These are UN guys,
right? Because it's under martial law. So they get to this checkpoint and they go, "Hey man, you can't go into Transylvania here. That's not cool. Everything's shut down." And then they put a gun to Jason Scott Lee, but then the guy shoots himself.
Yeah,
is that some kind of Dracula mind control nonsense?
But I don't think he was doing that.
Then I don't know what the deal with any of that is.
It's almost as if it's like I don't like, maybe he has had an implanted suggestion that if anything was to happen, he kills himself. Maybe he knew something. It doesn't matter.
No, it
is very confusing, and I think it is just so the movie gives you a jump.
Yeah, because it just made me go, what?
Yeah. So
and then they basically take the Arrested Development like, well, that was a freebie. Let's keep going.
Yes, they do. They're like, oh, great. So we can all right, we're in.
They just watched a man blow his own brains out, seemingly not of his own choice, and then they're like, all right, no, let's just keep going.
And within mere moments, they're back to doing banter.
We're
in their car
on the road to Transylvania.
That is essentially what.
Not since Hope and Crosby, man. That's what I really wish. Hope and Crosby on the road to Dracula's
Jason
castle.
And Jason. Oh,
on the road to Dracula's castle. I would have loved that.
They
never did one of those. No,
shake it off.
They never did one. I know. I would have loved to.
They did. They had the cameo in Scared Stiff, the Martin Lewis film,
and of course Hope did a couple of the ghosts. He
did Ghost Breakers.
Yeah, so he did some of the supernatural comedy stuff, but the two of them together never did.
Bing wouldn't do it because he's a good Catholic, and he's like, I don't mess around with the supernatural.
Yeah, man, come on, I don't, those vampires, man, you can't have me doing that.
I like the way you turned him into kind of this Western dude. Hey man, hey.
I know it got a little Elvis-y.
Yeah, it did.
And they talk about God, how about this banter? You gotta love this, Brendan. You love some Dracula mythos. How about
I
this?
do.
When Jason London's like, how come you never say his name? And it's like, whose name? And it's like Dracula. It's like, that's not his name.
They already established that in the first movie.
Well, he was Judas.
He was Judas, and he may even be older than that. He has been so many creatures with different.
But he talks about
over the years.
Then why is he calling himself Dracula? He's like, oh, he just kind of likes that one. That one's got a lot of cachet, man.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, that's his brand. Dracula's kind of the brand.
Writer doing some easy out right there is what that is.
I'm, and it's also, we're just filling time because we've got to get this thing in at 90 minutes even.
Yeah,
this thing clocks in at an even 90 minutes. Like
let's move this thing along. We got places to be.
When I see that exact 90-minute runtime, I'm like, was this contractual? It's like, I'm sorry, this thing cannot come in a hair under or over 90 minutes, man. That is what we need for a Dimension DVD release. Yeah, so it's just like, he's been around forever. Who knows? It's crazy. What's this? Scarecrow's on fire. This? This is another one too where they're like, oh shit, they must be onto us because these are scarecrows that are on fire.
Yeah.
And they see vampires skittering around in the smoke because their eyes are glowing and they're moving real fast. So that it's vampire trickery.
Yes. Again, you're acting like this isn't exactly what we all want.
Yeah, I know. I saw this and I was chilled to the bone. My blood ran cold. Jesus Christ.
They're onto us.
Not only is this stupid, but it's not even the hint of scariness to it.
No.
It's
there is really nothing. I saw a review that was kind of weakly saying this one actually has some atmosphere and scares. Like they're trying to be.
Atmosphere is loose. Certainly no scares.
No, there's nothing.
Maybe the briefest whiff of, was that atmosphere? No.
What this does have, surprisingly, late in the day, is a lot of random boobs.
I know, that came out of nowhere because I don't think there were any boobs in the last one. In the first one, yes.
Not that I can remember. The first one, had like the supposedly sexy sex scene with Gerard Butler where they're floating in midair. Yeah,
that was more weird, more baffling than it was
more
sexy.
weird than erotic or sexy. So
like we run into
but it is late in the day where they're like, let's find all the extras we can.
The blood orgy?
And tell them we need them to be naked.
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to be in a blood orgy? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
It's going to be sticky.
What is this? Right. Another Dracula movie? Oh,
is it because we're in Romania? Okay.
Yeah. Try filming the Dracula movie somewhere else. Good Lord. Wasn't it the
Why can't a vampire ever be in Brooklyn? Did you ever think about that?
Oh, they did that? How'd that go? Not well?
How did that go?
Not good.
It's exactly the
Not question. Good, huh? Okay, got it.
Is shame.
Yeah.
Is shame.
It's a good idea, but the execution didn't work. No, wasn't it the Herzog Nosferatu wouldn't let him shoot there because it was disparaging of Vlad the Impaler?
I think it was that they wouldn't. They are very touchy about Vlad the Impaler.
They wouldn't let it. I think they're cool.
Figure.
I think they're cool with this because he's Judas or whatever. Even though he does start impaling people later in the movie.
He does.
Yeah, but
famously.
Yeah. Oh God. Of course. Why do I even need to say that? That's the beloved scene from this classic movie.
People have not stopped talking about that.
Wait, you're talking about Dracula 3, the one with all the impalings? Yeah, man.
Oh fuck, man, that is my jam.
So they're driving. Anyway, this is just a road trip movie with two buddies, both named Jason.
It is.
They're driving down the road and they see people being stuffed in a truck, and Jason London's like, dude, we got to stop and help those people. And Uffizi's just like, no, we're driving to Dracula's castle. Nothing's going to stop us. And Jason London's like, no way, man. I'm going to get my gat. I also like he refers to it as a hand cannon early in the movie. I'm like, that's a pretty standard 9mm Beretta. It's like a pretty standard firearm.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that.
You don't have to know what it is, but it's clearly what I'm saying is it's clearly not a hand cannon.
Well,
it's
according
just,
to this character, who, as far as we remember, was just a hospital orderly. So I guess this is indeed a hand cannon.
all it does is establish, why don't you have a gun? I don't use guns. And
Yeah.
I wanted to just go like beat, because they're really not effective against vampires. Of course he doesn't use guns.
That's the thing, is that whether or not it's a character choice to make him seem like a badass, it's like, why doesn't he look to his partner and say, that will do you no good?
Yeah.
And also, if it's years later, why wouldn't he already know this?
I know. That's the thing. It's they want to establish these two have been on the road fighting vampires for like 5 years, but also Jason London knows nothing about vampires somehow.
Yep.
Oh my God. Come on, movie.
And this is referring to...
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Hold on. You're telling me they drink blood? This is crazy now.
I'm going back home.
I don't understand. You're telling me their teeth are sharper than ours? That's nuts. Yeah, apparently he's paid attention
also,
to
this
nothing
movie,
that's happened.
later on, it is, as you already pointed out, they are just... they just use spear guns for most of the movie.
Just like standard spear guns that you would see in like an underwater Bond movie.
And they're not setting up something like, well, those are silver spears or something.
Nope.
So you're like, well, then what's the... How is this?
And they're not even shooting him in the heart. They shoot one in the head with one, and the vampire's dead.
Yep.
What?
Well, they shoot... Actually, this movie is very fond of eye shots and head shots.
Love them.
And you're like, well, but how are those working on the vampire?
Yeah, it's... And also, we'll get to it, but there's one vampire that gets shot by one and melts, and none of the other ones do. We had we had that effect once.
Yeah, and then so you're left going, so what's the deal there?
I don't know. But yes, also he has a single handgun, and he's going to go stop guys who are holding automatic rifles.
Yes.
Like 3 guys, and he's one guy with a handgun.
No, hand cannon.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's right. Lest we forget the hand cannon. Good Lord. Then what they have are nuclear weapons by that metric.
But he holds his own, man.
Actually, he really doesn't. He acts like a complete coward here because we get this whole comedy bit about throw your guns down. Okay, actually, you know what? Keep the guns. But you got to leave the truck. You know what? Keep the guns and the truck. I was laughing and laughing.
It was so good.
Oh.
But he is doing the heroic thing. He's trying to save these people.
Because this is where we see that these people are being corralled as blood sacrifices or whatever. You know, they're basically getting
blood supply.
Yeah, they're getting food for Dracula.
Right.
And
Food for Dracula is going to be my one-man show. That I hope you guys will come out.
Oh man, I just want you to come out and you've just got the stage set with like there's a cape over there and a crucifix and now I'm putting on my Van Helsing wig.
Food for Dracula.
Yeah.
And the audience is like, ooh.
Oh man. That shook me to my core. That's the poll quote on the poster. Shook me to my core.
You're all invited to see my one man.
Shook me to my core, Dean Koontz. We tried to get Stephen King, he wouldn't come, but Dean Koontz showed up to multiple performances.
The refreshments were first rate, Dean Koontz.
That was good Kool-Aid.
That was good Kool-Aid.
And it was red Kool-Aid, like Dracula's food.
Aren't we all? Yeah. Food for Dracula.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he saves them. There is...
he saves them, and then they're like, well, done and done. And then they walk back to their car where it is immediately blown up by a guy with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, however,
the most hilarious appearance of a rocket launcher in film history.
Yes, because those people do end up being taken to Dracula because there's one through line girl that is like
Yes.
the cute young one
Yes.
of these sacrificial victims. And she makes eyes at Jason London a little bit.
Yeah.
And then later on, when they end up in Dracula's castle, those people are still there and Jason London's thrown in with them. And once again, she looks at him like, my savior.
Yeah.
Even though it's Jason London and he clearly sucked at being a savior.
Jason London is bringing nothing to this film.
He really is not.
No, it's really...
And I say that as a person who has not had a lead role in a film.
No.
He's bringing nothing.
Yeah. But both of us would have been better than him. Either one of us would have been better than him.
Call us.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We are available to be comedic sidekicks to vampire hunters. That's all I'm saying.
Word.
That's really... Those are the only parts I go out for.
No, that's all you should.
Yeah.
Is go out for the.
I really
side.
well, I've really learned where where I fit into the industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, their car is blown up, and Scott Lee is going like, if we hadn't stopped to help those people, our car wouldn't have been blown up. And
basically, this is another thing about how tough he is.
Launchers?
He's like, don't you get it, man? This is about. We have to be hard. And it's like, there will be sacrifices. We'll have to let people die. Because there's a bigger evil.
I'm so dark.
I don't know if you caught how dark I am.
Yeah.
Crazy dark.
That's right. Everything is about... We just got to get to Castle Dracula eventually when the movie can afford it.
We're on our way.
We're off on the road to Dracula.
They really should have worked in a song.
They're thinking of a song about being two best pals. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
This story is not about whatever Diane Neal's character is and whatever Jason London's character is.
All I know is she's not ADA Casey Novak from Law & Order SVU.
This is really a love story between these two men. And I'm all there for it.
Yes, absolutely.
I love their journey.
It touched my heart,
It really did. It really did. Jesus. Do we have to keep talking about the movie?
We do. They reach this town. There's no one in the town. Everything's destroyed, and they're like, "Man, this sucks."
Yeah.
And then there's a kid in this town.
Oh, Jesus.
Who they find, and they're like, "Oh, this poor boy. He must have lost so much." And then a helicopter crashes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's something that this movie taught me. Because here, I get, I'm not saying the movie that I'm about to reference is bad in any way, because it's really quite a good movie. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't until I saw this I realized that Black Hawk Down really stole everything it knows about a helicopter crash from this movie, which came out before. This movie gives us the definitive helicopter crash of all time.
In a CGI helicopter scoots across the sky and then crashes off screen. Yes.
Off screen, like a sound effects record going. And then when they get to the helicopter within minutes, it is not smoking.
Nope.
There is no fire.
No.
And the people who survived are getting out of it. Just like going, oh, that was crazy. Man. It is literally just a helicopter shell that has clearly been scorched or painted to look like it's scorched.
Well, let's be honest, yeah.
But literally, they couldn't afford a couple of smoke pots. Nope. They couldn't afford it. It is the quietest the least messy helicopter crash I've ever seen.
Yeah,
on film.
And somewhere Ridley Scott was watching, going, "Oh, yeah, this could be something."
Yeah, he's like, that movie, you know what? I don't need to go all out.
Except
Look
that movie
what they just did.
Definitely already came out like 4 years before this, but
oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bad with.
I think that was 01.
Okay, well, that is a very good movie with a very good helicopter crash.
Yeah, 01. Very good movie.
Yeah.
Turns out that Ridley Scott, pretty good.
I had the same thought when I was watching Killers of the Flower Moon. I was like, this Scorsese kid.
Yeah. I hope
he's going places.
I hope he makes more movies. I really do.
I do too. Something. I was like, oh.
And if he could continue to work with DiCaprio and De Niro as much as possible.
I think that would work.
Yeah, that they seem to really work well together. So yeah, the helicopter goes down. Jason Scott Lee goes and checks on the survivors of the helicopter while Jason London continues to follow this kid who just gets bitten by a woman in the street. And this
Kid is wandering around, and first thing you think, well, he's got to be a creepy vampire himself because he's dressed weird. Oh, we should say
that's just how they dress in Romania.
At a certain point, they do when they were in Bucharest.
Yeah.
They saw a poster announcing a circus.
Oh God!
So that is
Ladies
setting
and gentlemen,
something up.
Circus vampires. It's the Red Triangle Gang.
I
wish.
Indeed.
I
Or
wish.
it's maybe we get Ringmaster from Marvel Comics
there you
and
go.
his what is it? Crime Circus.
Yes.
His Crime Circus. Yes.
Yeah, they didn't work super hard on the name Crime Circus.
They didn't, but God bless.
But also, you know what? Don't bury the lead on something like that.
No, you want people to be expecting a crime circus, and
I'm just saying, I could have used Vincent Schiavelli with the crank box that has the machine gun in it.
Yes.
Ugh. Beginning of Batman Returns rules. I mean, the whole movie does, but that opening sequence is awesome.
It's pretty darn good. I'll take it.
Yeah, I like it. Tim Burton turns out not bad.
Huh.
Yeah, who would have guessed? This kid goes up. We never really know what this kid's deal is. He's not a creepy vampire kid because he gets bitten by this vampire woman.
Yeah, that was what was confusing me. He's walking around though in like a little cape or a little, and he's got that weird hat on. I have no idea what's up with this.
I
have no idea what they're attempting to
I don't know either, but this vampire woman, she's the one who gets shot in the head, center forehead with the spear and dies. And you're like, okay, that's how vampires. Okay, all right, movie.
In this world, yes.
Yeah. And then because the kid's been bitten, we get this is Jason London. When this moment, he's like, I can't do it. I can't shoot this kid, man.
Jesus.
But then he does.
Yep.
But it breaks him. It's almost a precursor to an even harder vampire kill.
Weirdly, it doesn't exactly break him because he continues on because the plot requires him.
Yeah, it's really interesting because then he doesn't indicate that he's upset in the next scene.
Nope.
Oh, wow, interesting.
It's almost as if he is incredibly emotionally, resilient. He can bounce back like nobody's business.
So the helicopter pilot did not survive.
Nope. Sorry.
But as he's dying, Jason Scott Lee gives him the last rites, even though he's not a priest anymore.
Look, it's a thing. That doesn't go away.
I don't know. I was not raised Catholic, so
I think anyone can offer a prayer for the dying.
The last rites, okay. Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, but once again,
I give myself a prayer for the dying every morning.
Well, because I'm always dying. It's
like I'm like, might as well get this in.
Yeah, you never know. So
you
let's
never
just take care of it, and then you're set. So, but they cut to the reporter woman watching him do this, and it is like,
It is immediate because I think they realize the director and everyone involved.
Yeah,
we have so little time to set this
And
up.
I'm sorry, but Jason Scott Lee, a handsome man. But we all know Andrew Scott on Fleabag is the real hot priest.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, don't bring that up.
Don't bring up quality programming.
Don't you dare bring up quality programming, especially when I'm going to be thinking about the love of my life.
Well, I do think also we're gonna end up getting sued by Phoebe Waller-Bridge for mentioning anything she's done in the same breath as this terrible movie.
And I wouldn't blame her. I would actually say, how much do I owe you?
Yeah, we would settle immediately.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
It is on us.
Just keep writing wonderful things and being awesome.
Be all that you are, and
what a treasure! What a treasure that woman is. And thank God
you people are at fault for not having Indy 5 be successful.
100%. Because I just watched it again. I literally just watched it again.
It's your fault that we won't get Wombat Shaw movies.
Literally just watched it again last night, and I think loved it even more. By the way, would love to see that.
I would trim a little. That's all. I'd trim a little of that opening action scene. Just
strong
a little.
Strong
Just a little.
disagree. I love every second of it.
I think the sooner we get to old Indy, the better.
But
anyway.
I would love to see her in like a vampire thing.
I'd love to see her.
Yeah. Period. Whatever she wants to do. Yeah.
You want to just show up
Yeah.
and just say, Brendan, please leave me alone.
Mhm.
That's fine.
That's
I'll
fine.
at least have seen you.
She spoke to me.
She spoke to me, even though it was through lawyers.
So they all hole up in this like abandoned church.
Yes.
With the scared camera guy, reporter woman, Jason London, and Father Uffizi. As I like to call him, Uffizi.
I think that's the only way you can say it.
And the camera guy goes, "We were set upon by some kind of creatures, man. Check it out. I've got the video footage. Whoa, there's nothing here. I swear there were vampires, but they're all invisible."
Yeah, in his camera footage, you see them being attacked by invisible things, and he's like, "I swear, it's going to sound crazy, but there were things there." And he goes, "I get it.
Yeah,
they don't. They don't show up on film."
Yeah, it's just like the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's established again.
I mean, that is basically what the scene is okay, yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Don't worry. No, we get it. We hunt vampires. It's a thing.
Yeah, you don't have to go into the whole thing.
Just be cool. Well, this guy's not long for the movie though, so it doesn't matter.
No, he's not, and he's. I mean, I know that you need certain character types, and he is the scared guy.
Yeah,
he's the
what doesn't make sense though is he ends up outside of the church without explanation, because when Jason Scott Lee goes out there,
wasn't there some knocking or something? I can't even quite remember.
Maybe there was.
To tell you the truth, I put a lot of this out of my head.
Maybe there was something like that, but in my mind, it seems like it jumps from this to Jason Scott Lee confronts everyone's favorite stilt vampire.
Well, first he confronts a clown vampire that looks like the Joker if he had fangs.
It's both. It's stilt vampire appears, then clown vampire shoots out between the stilt legs because he cuts clown vampire in half in midair.
Okay,
that's the best beat of silence we've ever had in this show.
Well, no, here's my confusion.
Vampire get involved?
I think there's another clown vampire.
Oh, is there another one?
There's a Joker clown vampire that turns the cameraman.
No, wait. I thought that was stilt vampire.
Stilt vampire gets killed on his own stilt by Jason Scott Lee.
Yes, he does. But there's another vampire that leaps out at Jason Scott Lee from between the stilt
that
legs.
Jason Scott Lee also takes care of.
Yeah,
he takes care of both of them.
Well, because he cuts that one in half, but the top half of it still keeps coming after him, and he has to kill
and that's
it.
A lady. That's a lady clown vampire.
There is a clown vampire that attacks outside of the church.
Yes,
but isn't
that's what I'm thinking.
Isn't that the one that Jason London kills?
Yes, but not before. Isn't he the one that bit the cameraman?
But I
the cameraman comes in and he's all like,
stilt vampire just drops cameraman like he's dead, and then later.
Oh, that may be the case. But yes, there is the other one outside the church. That's what I was thinking of. And he's got blue lips and a white face.
Oh,
He looks like the Joker.
That's the one that looks terrible. I hated that design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he's the first one you see before Jason Scott Lee deals with stilt vampire. So for half a second, I'm like, is this their take on vampire makeup? Because they haven't
I thought
shown
that
us
too.
that he's really a clown.
He's got the blue lips really stood out. And I thought, oh God, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is
this
that?
Is their take? Oh God.
Then when Jason Scott Lee is in the alley in the same
all right,
essentially.
Guys, we figured
it out. Multiple clown vampires.
I know, because they're circus vampires. So yeah,
I'm telling you.
And how about he breaks the stilt, which causes the stilt guy to fall on the broken stilt and die.
Oh, it's so
God
good.
Damn it. It's one of those things I hate in these movies where I know this director thought that was awesome. Like he thought
he was patting himself on the back.
He thought that was, speaking of Indiana Jones, he thought that was that sort of Spielbergian cause and effect kill that works so well in Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, and he kept waiting for all the calls of people like going, Jesus Christ.
I love
that That got me.
I
That got me.
the idea of Patrick Lussier just sitting in front of his phone going, come on.
Come on, I know you're going to go.
Ring. When's Craven
You
going to
saw
call?
what I did. You saw what I did.
Because we did talk about this guy just a couple weeks back on Curse, because his primary role was he's more of an editor than he's a director, and that's probably a good thing. And he primarily edited a lot of Wes Craven's movies.
Turns out this isn't good.
And we
So
didn't mention
he was
at the
not
beginning-
allowed to direct ever again.
We didn't mention at the beginning that Wes Craven Presents comes up at the start of this, even though, from what I gather, Wes Craven literally had absolutely nothing to do with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, he barely had anything to do with Dracula 2000, but he really, truly had nothing here.
He's like, never put my name on any of this again.
Sadly, this is not the last thing this guy directs. I think we've talked about that before. In fact, I do actually like one of his movies. All right, I will give him.
What? All right, give me, what is it?
It's fun.
Okay.
And that is Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage.
That one's fun. I do agree.
It's a grindhousey, crazy movie. That is the most fun thing that he's done.
It's not a good film, but it's a fun film.
It's very fun. But this guy, the next movie he makes after this is White Noise 2. Remember White Noise?
I do. I watched it.
Yeah, and it's not great. So there's a sequel.
Thank God.
And then he also made
all those questions.
He made the My Bloody Valentine remake.
Oh,
classic, obviously.
You didn't tell me we were working with this man.
He just put out a movie in 2022 called Play Dead.
Ooh.
With Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, I wish the movie were actually called Play Dead with Jerry O'Connell.
I do too.
That would be great.
I like Jerry O'Connell, but he's not. He's not in good stuff.
I will say he is a very successful and perfect TV actor.
Yep. I mean, I watched
and that
Sliders.
Is no
I was
insult.
a big Sliders fan. Sliders was fun.
My Secret Identity. One of the greatest of all television superhero shows.
You know what, though? His best work right now is he's very funny on Lower Decks.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good use of him.
Undeniable.
And he does the voice of Superman in a lot of the DC animated stuff.
He does?
Yeah. Oh. And Rebecca Romaine does the voice of Lois Lane. It's cute.
Oh.
It's cute because they're really married. And they're both first officers in Star Trek, which is interesting.
Yep.
All right. They're adorable.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, they do seem actually like pretty nice people.
I know you guys tuned in to say, what are their takes on Jerry O'Connell and his wife?
They seem perfectly lovely, and they both do a good job in Star Trek. So,
indeed,
she's gotten a lot better at acting. That's all I know.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot better. But I've always liked her, even when
I like her. It's just but it's like Strange New Worlds. I was like, oh shit, you're really good in this, actually.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You can
act? But okay. But they get back to the church, and boy, this cameraman can't wait to reveal that he's a vampire.
Well, the whole thing is, they're like, "Are you okay?" He's like, I feel bad. I don't know. Something's wrong." He's like, "I'm a vampire."
He can't wait to be like, nom, 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 nom.
Yep. Those fangs pop out,
and then he's the one who gets shot in the eye with a harpoon, and his face melts. And like I said, we never see that before, and we never see it again.
Here's the thing. I know that these movies that have no money, they do what they can with it. But I sit there going, unless I like a consistency. If your vampires melt when they are killed, then they all need to.
Mm-hmm.
If your vampires don't or bust into ash, then they all need to. But I don't like this. It's like, they all die in different ways. Fuck that noise. That means you haven't thought it out, or you didn't have the money.
Well, yeah,
and I'm angry at it.
Oh, well, we probably would have had them all melt, but we can only afford one, so we'll do it here.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it. That is so, yeah. I also absolutely hate that. Well, just be consistent about it. I don't care what you do. And so then they're like, oh, great. Hey, there's a Jeep outside. We're going to take that. Reporter lady, you'll be cool here, right? Someone will come and pick you up.
They literally, but this is another example of, essentially, Uffizi is a hard ass because he is, and he's just like going, we don't have time for other people, so you're on your own.
Yeah.
And it's always Jason London.
You would think if this guy was really this kind of attitude, he also wouldn't even bring Jason London, but
absolutely. But in this case, it is a thing like, we don't have time for you, bye-bye. And then she's like, don't leave us out here. And guess what? This will lead to something else.
Yeah, because they drive away, and then they find oh god! But before she goes, but before you leave, I need to see your eyes. And she takes the sunglasses off, and he's got the vampire. She's like, I'm so sorry I did that. I really wish I hadn't seen that, actually.
Pointless. And it's also another thing where they are indicating that that there's a love already forming, and you're like, what?
Every one of these, every beat they play of that, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's okay. Is that what
that
I'm
you
supposed
haven't
to think?
You haven't built this.
No.
It doesn't work in shorthand.
It doesn't. Anytime I see movies like this, it always reminds me, like, right, it's actually really hard to write romance. It's ubiquitous in movies, so you think, like, well, you just throw in, like, a romance movie, but it's like, no, you have to do some work.
Yep.
That would be my note.
Everybody.
That would be my note to everyone involved in this movie, is if you considered, like, doing some work on it.
Yep.
In all departments, in every capacity. No?
And
okay.
read with a critical eye.
Yeah.
And try to imagine the audience buying this.
This is always the thing, and I'm sure this frustrates you too, as people who want to write movies. When you see stuff like this, and you just go like, this can count? Why am I wasting effort?
I know. Well, I've spent a long time basically just going, why did this not happen for me?
Yeah.
These people made money, and they're terrible.
Yeah.
So
I could give you this same basic structure of film, but much better.
Yep.
And with that, and I'm not even. I always say this over on a lot of my podcasts too, where I go like, I'm not even saying I'm like an amazing screenwriter.
No,
it's just like, but they're missing like just obvious things.
Yep.
Ugh. All right. Rant over. Anyway, they come to find a woman with a baby, only it's not a baby, it's a bomb strapped to a doll. Oh God.
I love this is an art basically a nation of the undead.
Yep.
But they're like, you know what we need to do is use these weird spy movie tactics.
Yeah, like guerrilla warfare shit. Yeah, like
it's like sorry, a fake out baby bomb?
Yeah.
Really, vampires? Why don't you just swoop out of the sky and tear them apart with your claws?
Nope. And it's moment
sorry
number.
To throw this at you, but
it's the second moment in this movie where Jason London goes to do something heroic and almost gets them murdered.
Yeah,
that's just like a running.
He really is a bad hero.
He will not learn his lesson.
He is a bad.
But so this leads to them getting knocked unconscious, so they can be captured by the rebels, which are not the people working for Dracula. Of course, Dracula has his own army of familiars, I guess, because those are the people who are also like getting the blood and then doing this, which is really weird. So they get taken in by, and this is where J. Scott Lee is like, hey, we're on the same page. We both hate Dracula. And the guy's like, Dracula? What? That's crazy.
Hey, I like your jokes. Dracula? No.
No. I see the mistake you've made.
No such thing. Anyway, moving on.
But then the reporter woman is now also just part of the rebels. She's like, no, they're cool, you guys. You can let them in.
Well, she's basically like, they're cool because they picked me up and you abandoned me.
Yeah. And then they are like, well, if she vouches for you, then yeah, we're totally fighting Dracula. It's actually pretty cool.
We actually were fighting. We just didn't know if you were cool. Now we know you're cool.
Yeah, if you're with her, then we like her. So
we like her. We trust her, and we just met her. But then again, you know how easy she is to love.
That's right.
You only need to know her for 15 minutes.
That's right, and it's a whole lifetime, including maybe an eternity of undead lifetime, that you could love her by the end of this movie. Yeah.
Oh, I don't mean to give anything away.
No.
Jesus. Oh,
it's terrible.
it is. It is not good. I don't know if people are we being too subtle, John. Are we
I don't know.
couching
Yeah,
these
I
things
think we're
to?
pretty. It's unclear what we think of the movie.
And yet, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress this enough. I think I said it at the very beginning. This is still better than the one before. That
It
just means
is.
the one before
The
is
one before,
unbelievable shit.
yeah, the one before is so. Like I said, this one is at least has some ambition.
Some ambition and it has some concepts.
Yeah,
It just doesn't do
and
jack
like
shit.
it like has some different settings. It's not all trapped in a gym.
Yes, we went somewhere else other than not New Orleans.
Yeah, great folks.
Bobo, New Orleans.
Bobo, New Orleans.
We are not in Bobo, New Orleans.
Which I think was Bucharest.
Probably
And
was.
now it just is Bucharest, and it still doesn't look right.
That's hilarious. Oh god.
So yeah, she vouches for them. I do like when he shows his vampires. These people are like, "Oh shit, he's one of them." They're like, "No." This is where he talks about, "Yeah, I was bitten, but I said no to that shit, man."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, don't you worry, I'm in control.
I said, "Miss me with that shit, asshole." It basically is just like, wait a minute, you can just like not be a vampire?
According to this film, you can, yes. You
Yeah.
can just
Why
deny
hasn't
it.
anyone else done that?
I mean, Blade is actually the Daywalker, but he also has to take this horrifying serum.
Yeah. Once again,
movie.
it's almost like Blade is infinitely better.
And it's almost like this movie shouldn't exist.
I mean, I'll say it. I'll take Blade Trinity over this. I really will.
I would too.
I really will, because at least like that has Wesley Snipes in it. And
Yeah,
some stuff.
and you're watching a young Ryan Reynolds trying to find himself.
Yeah, and you're like, man, give this kid a couple years and he'll be big. And
yeah,
that's what happened.
He's going places.
Yeah. But once again, here, okay. So, God, the place is just immediately massacred by vampires. They set up these rebels and then kill all of them.
Yeah.
What was the point of any of this?
They have 90 minutes to fill.
I also love, speaking of how cheap this movie is, most of the gunfight is happening off screen with a strobe effect that's supposed to be the muzzle flash of the guns, but is clearly just a strobe light.
Yep.
It's not right at all.
It's right up there with the helicopter crash.
Yeah. Where you just
I mean, this, I'm not going to lay on the filmmakers. I'm going to lay on the budget.
By the way, I have a budget list here of $3.2 million for this. Sounds about right.
Actually, that does sound about right.
Yeah, I know. Like people always go, like, "Well, that's a lot of money." It's like not for film.
Yeah,
that's
not for film.
That's basically
that
pennies.
Is dirt,
particularly for like a genre movie.
Yeah. Now it's not. It's not Robert Rodriguez. Maxing out credit cards, kind of cheap.
Right.
But still, he wasn't trying to do a vampire movie.
But also, El Mariachi is way more exciting, has better action. Like, it's still...
Oh, it's almost as if someone who knew what they were doing was doing. We're bringing up some good points.
So they all get... And then, boy, if you want one of the most boring and embarrassing vampire moments, if you thought vampire in an event was dumb, how about vampire just reaching his hand through an opening in a door for like 20 minutes? Because Jason London and the reporter woman are for their own safety. Jason Scott Lee locks them in the cell, and then this vampire just puts his hand in through the opening in the door and swipes at them until eventually Jason Scott Lee kills him. Give up, man. You're not going to get him. Like, or break the door down or do anything.
Again, they had 90 minutes to fill. Because it is so stupid.
This was laughable. I mean, really.
This is laughable, as is also anytime they're trying to establish or build up character, like they are doing their own kind of bonding inside this cell, and is like, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy, that Uffizi, huh? Oh man, I just
Well, Well, because I love that all the rebel people, who seemingly, you would think if they're waging a war against Dracula's take over their country, would be fairly experienced in fighting vampires. They're all instantly slaughtered, and then it's Uffizi who goes through single-handedly and kills all the vampires.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nope. But Uffizi, why did he need any help whatsoever?
Yeah, man, he's just too fucking cool.
Literally, he is just everyone else is unnecessary, and Jason London, as we have repeatedly seen, is perhaps the worst of all time.
Maybe the single worst vampire hunter we've seen, and we've seen some bad ones.
We've seen some bad ones.
Yeah, but
boy.
this could be a new level of terrible vampire hunter.
He has so much to be proud of.
Congratulations, Jason London. It's official. You're the worst vampire
I wish
hunter.
that we had our own awards that we could hand out, and that would be
because he has dethroned Dennis Miller, who I think previously was maybe the worst vampire hunter we've seen.
He really was bad too. This is a good match. Who's gonna win?
That's a tough one. Send in your votes, folks.
Send in your votes, vote.
Be sure to vote for the worst vampire hunter we've seen.
Yeah.
I really
he's
think
incredibly ineffective.
Those are the front runners.
Yes.
No, it helps that Jason London's at least trying to be here. Dennis Miller does take the cake for not even wanting. He's got a foot out of the movie the whole time. Hi, Bram. I'm gonna fight the vampire. Anyway, I gotta go.
I'm gonna make a couple of blowjob jokes.
Man, yeah, it's just like, what's that say written? Yeah, I'm not saying any of that shit. Okay.
I got my own lines. It's gonna be better.
Yeah, find a way to work this shit. He always turns into a chicken in your impression.
Because it is that sort of...
Yeah.
And then it just naturally turns into...
He is one of those guys that you can just do the general sounds of...
Yeah. Which is also leaning very into Edward G. Robinson.
It's pretty close.
And now I want to see, what if Edward G. Robinson had his own late-night cable talk show?
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, that's right. The president.
I was looking at the paper today. Yeah, looks like the Democrats. Yeah.
These liberals. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody, that you're hearing us do all this. Anyway, moving on.
That's how bad this movie is. The show gets punchier with the worse the movie is.
Very true.
Yeah. So they, God, after everyone is dead, we see the reporter woman see Jason Scott Lee go out, strip his shirt off, and take the blast of the sun, and he's screaming. Most of Jason Scott Lee's performance in this movie is just,
Well, this was in the other one, too.
Yeah.
Only this time, it's turning a woman on.
God, if she thought it was hot when he gave that guy last rites, Jesus.
She runs out there and
ready
just
to go.
She just cuddles him and just and she's like, it's okay. He's like, I worry I will someday give in.
Oh, because, this is where he's vulnerable and talking about, I fight it off, but someday, man.
Someday it might happen.
It's gonna be bad.
And I know we've only known each other for literally 4 minutes, but I think you're the one.
Yeah. I love you. I hope we don't
know if I've made it clear enough, but I
love you. Yeah. Terrible.
Yep.
And so then they go and they find this is where they find all the impaled priests, and that's when Jason Scott Lee's like, all right, that's it. It's too dangerous. You guys got to turn back. I can't.
You got to turn back.
If they're impaling priests now,
alone.
I don't really understand how this is like a raising of the stakes. Like, they've killed the vampires and the followers of Dracula have killed so many people, but a few priests impaled on stakes, and it's just man. All right, he just went nuclear.
You don't mess with the church. You just don't.
That was the tagline. Dracula 3. You don't mess with the church.
You don't mess with the church.
You don't fuck with the
Dracula's
Catholic
been
church.
Around for centuries, but he finally did the unthinkable.
Man, I just got to say, though, I just hope at some point Pope's Exorcist versus Dracula. If we don't get it, come on. It's right there.
Well, the first movie is so clearly founded in truth.
Well,
that
it says based on the real case files.
I know
When he found that portal to hell.
Based on is a very nice out.
Yeah, based on the real case files. And when I was watching, I just kept going, right, all this really happened.
There was a priest who was an exorcist. That's the starting point. It's based on.
That's the part. Yeah, that part I have no doubt. The man did say he performed 100,000 exorcisms, though, which is just not possible.
Well, he explained it.
Yeah, that's right. Because he was counting multiple demons in one person.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Dude, come on.
They are legion.
You can't juke the stats like that, Father whatever. I'm sorry.
Father whatever. That's
I can't remember what his name is. Oh, I don't respect
All
him.
I know is he has a Vespa.
I have no respect for him or any exorcist. But
oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're so cold.
I know. They, of course, they're like, he's like, I'm sorry, it's too dangerous. You got to turn back. And they're just like, we won't. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
There's not even a thing where there's some fight over that or he goes off on his own for a little bit. It's more just like, nah. Because also he's immediately shot by one.
Yeah.
I laughed pretty hard at him, Jason Scott Lee, just taking the shotgun blast and like going over a ridge.
Yeah. And it is one of those, just like, oh no, is this the fate of our hero?
Yeah,
kind of moments.
I'm pretty sure.
And you're just like going, how many minutes till he comes back?
10. I counted. It was 10. Yeah. It's probably about that because we've got to have Jason London now captured. And finally, an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, I did look at that.
Nice.
Is Dracula.
Yep.
Mostly a voice. Rutger Hauer's like, can I just do voiceover for like my first couple scenes? Is that cool with you guys? Great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, we kind of, no, fine.
I mean, this is the equivalent. Brando wanting Jarrell to be a bagel, right?
Yes.
It could be anything. It could be a bagel.
It could be a bagel.
It could be a bagel.
Are you insane?
You are. I never get tired of seeing those clips of Richard Donner telling that story and just going like, trying to fathom, how do I explain to this completely insane man that he could be a briefcase? I could just do the voice. No.
He could be a briefcase.
Because he goes, we don't know what aliens look like.
I know.
Just the idea
God
of being
bless
like,
him.
Okay. So they capture him. We do see, when you see all the people that are brought in and then they get devoured by vampires, and it does this horrible, like stuttering, wavy camera footage. So
anytime they try to do something cool and edgy and music video-y, it's insufferable. Well, and doesn't work anytime.
And here you're really going like, oh, they don't have the money to show like vampires devouring a ton of people, so they're going to try to make it like stylistic, but it's really covering up. They obviously don't have the money.
Oh, really? They didn't have the money?
It's like whenever I always think about this in like in 80s action shows when they would go to that horrible like video slow motion and you're like, oh, you're not doing a convincing enough action scene. You're trying to add gravitas to it artificially. You know, when an Equalizer ends with like a slow motion machine gun being fired, you're like, okay, all right, I get it.
You're not dissing Equalizer.
I would never diss the Equalizer.
Okay, all right.
You know I love Edward Woodward.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And don't forget, I was in an episode.
That's right. I know.
I had to get to class, so I walked through an episode of The Equalizer.
That's right. Are you actually in the episode?
To tell you the truth, I would not even know
which episode. You can't even point me to the episode.
And I'm not going to spend my time rewatching all of that. And
I'll bust out my box set. And
I know you've got a box set.
Of course I have a box set of The Equalizer.
All right, look for an episode that would have come out sometime in 1988.
Okay, I will keep an eye out for Brendan Jones.
And it's a scene where he's in a car and they're shooting towards the sidewalk. Yeah. So you see people walking by on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
I might be one of those guys.
I love the idea of it's that famous scene where he's in a car.
It's that famous car scene.
That one time the Equalizer was in a car.
Really famously, the only time the Equalizer ever sat in a car.
Yeah, now yeah. How about this unsettling moment that they threw in because they need to goose the horror and they don't have money, of a dog chewing on a severed human hand? What was that? Why was that in here? And just so Jason Lennon can go,
Yeah, that's literally it. So he can just see it and go, oh.
Because like a bunch of people being devoured by vampires wasn't enough.
No, but that one dog just helping himself to, you would too. It's a free treat. It's just sitting there.
To what is clearly like a hand made out of jerky so the dog can chew on it.
Oh, God, a hand made out of jerky sounds really good right about now.
Jerky hand.
Yes, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Jerky hand.
Yeah. Because when the first thing I ask when people go, you want some jerky? I go, what shape is it in?
I only take my jerky when it's been formed into vaguely, sort of
I just love
shapes.
a novelty jerky. That's really my thing.
I love a novelty jerky.
Somebody pull that clip and use that as a soundbite from the show.
Yeah.
And so yes,
that's a threat.
He does eventually get to Dracula's lair, where he of course finds a naked woman drained of blood. Because now starts the real late in the game, lots of boobs.
And this is like a scare, because he's looking for, I can't remember her name, but the is it Julia?
Yeah.
That's the reporter. So he's looking for her and he's like, no, that's not her. It's just rando naked lady.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very gentlemanly that he goes
to cover her up. Yeah. She's already dead.
Yeah. And also here's the thing. This is not in the movie's favor, but it's similar to when I pitched my thing for the Night Stalker comic where he would meet Dracula to Moonstone.
Right.
The idea that Dracula would, at that late stage in his existence, become kind of sloth-like and fed like a tick, and would spend all of his time as the head of a media company.
Right.
So the idea of coming into Dracula's lair and there's all these monitors and televisions, because I had that in mind. Here it is sad that they didn't even have the.
I mean, that's a little bit like the Kim Newman Anno Dracula.
A little bit.
I mean,
they did have a thing where he become really lazy and fat because there was no challenge for him anymore. And he could get all the blood he wanted.
Yeah.
But in this thing, they have no budget. Literally, you can tell they had people from the crew bring their personal television sets. So it's all these television sets around the throne, and they're trying to make it look eerie, which also pissed me off, because I'm like, if Dracula really wants this high-tech setup where he's watching all these different televisions at the same time, why would he also include like rando bits of chicken wire and spider webs and all this other stuff?
It's
and
got to be creepy, man.
Yeah, because it's like, it's my aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's dumb,
I do like
they
really make a point of him going home to Transylvania, and then Rutger Hauer isn't even fucking around with an accent at all.
No, he's not at all.
No,
but then again, they also do a quick thing where they're, hey, you realize this is the same guy from the other movie.
And why?
So
why
they don't do Gerard Butler.
No,
but they do a quick flash of the other
super
dude.
Terrible guy from the last one. And why does he look like Rutger Hauer now?
Because as was explained, he changes his looks.
Well, I love that he would make himself an older guy. I just love that.
Yep.
I
love it too.
He was like a couple of young, seemingly hunky guys, and now he's
he's like Hauer. Now, and maybe it's because he did suffer, so it's possible that the best he could do is, all right, I guess I'll just be an old dude right now.
I guess I'll be Rutger Hauer. I mean, who's not ancient in this, but is older.
He's older.
Yeah.
And
that shows when we get to the fighting later.
Yeah, I was gonna say he commits to the character, but he doesn't really commit to a lot of the action. No. He seems pretty tired swinging that sword around. I mean, he's going to give you a monologue.
Oh, he's monologuing all over the place.
He's going to cut short of actually do I have to move more than this?
He gets a few monologues in there where he's like, welcome to the castle.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, you're looking for Diane Neal from Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
And he just goes, well, the thing about her is, oh, she's such a prude. She won't have any innocent blood. She's just
She
feeding
refuses
off
to
of
drink innocent blood, and basically she is um
she's refusing to watch my copy of John Landis's Innocent Blood.
yes, that's
bitch.
right. Man, I'd rather watch Innocent Blood than
100%. Innocent Blood at least has a couple good moments.
And it's trying something.
A great, still, that is something I would love to, if not remake, take that concept and run with it.
Because it's great.
Vampires versus Monsters,
the Mob.
Great idea.
Come on.
Didn't work. I want that movie to be better.
Me too.
Yeah.
But basically here it is a thing of him saying, this is a little bit of the screenplay fucking with us, which I appreciate because it also that's ambitious. They're fucking with us because they're giving us an idea that she might be saved. Because Dracula himself says she refuses to drink innocent blood. She's not fully turned yet because of that.
Yeah.
And da-da-da. And so basically it's to allow Jason London's character to go, there's a chance. I can save her.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance.
Yep.
And now you've made me think of that terrible little movie quotes thing they're putting in front of movies.
Yeah.
Hate that thing.
Yep, the worst. Bring back the terrible student-made commercials, which were also
I prefer
awful.
that.
And I used to bitch about them, but now I'm like, oh, those were heaven compared to
I'm a student at Savannah College of Art and Design. My name is Terry. This is my Coke commercial.
Yeah. Well, they would always say movie, and I'm like, Coke commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they got
Here's
rid of
my
those
movie.
since Regal does Pepsi now.
Oh, that's right. They made the big shift.
Yeah, the big shift, man. A lot of controversy.
Well, I like Mountain Dew, and that's Pepsi, so I'm all right.
Yeah, the having the Mountain Dew is nice.
Yes.
But Cinemark has Coke, so
I do love a Coca-Cola.
yeah. So he does find her amongst the previously mentioned blood orgy.
Yeah, which is essentially just a pile of naked and almost naked, mostly women. There's a few guys in there.
Diane Neal, though, fully clothed, of course.
Yes. I figured she's like, no.
I'm sure there was an ask, and she was like, no. And they were like, okay, all right, no, that's cool.
Okay, fair
that's
enough,
cool.
fair enough. Absolutely.
Go with your
fair
gut.
enough.
Go with your gut.
But it's all a pile of them. And what I thought was ridiculous is that Jason London is like calling her name. Yeah, I'm here for you, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's just wading through them. And I'm like, is that smart?
Oh,
These are all
but you-
vamplings,
well,
and you're a living person wandering through them.
The cut back to Rutger Hauer going, careful, they do bite.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's clever in a vampire movie.
You know what though?
I
am somewhat more engaged because Rutger Hauer is devouring scenery. And what we're talking about, at least it's like somewhat compelling. Someone has some energy.
Well, yes. It's again a thing where you go, this guy needs material. Because you put that guy in something good, he will
an
not
incredible
just deliver,
actor.
He will destroy.
Yeah,
yet here,
legitimately, one of the big bummers of this movie is legitimately two of my all-time favorite actors in it, him and Roy Scheider.
Yeah,
I love
both of them. And there's garbage
so much. And they're both guys
who dipped in garbage.
Oh, I forgot Rutger Hauer was Morgan Edge on Smallville.
Oh crap, that's right.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Except for I think I was kind of checking out by that point.
I was there from day one till the bitter end, my friend. I saw
somebody save you.
I saw him fly off of the Daily Planet building at the very end. I'm like, I went 10 years for that.
I did in a YouTube clip.
Yeah, and you opened they did the thing.
They
played
did not want to
Christopher
watch.
Reeve theme, and I'm like, yeah, man. Nope, 10 years, and I got it.
They finally saved up enough money to get that from John Williams.
I
know they own it. It's Warner Brothers.
And they do a cool thing throughout the show where you will hear pieces like the beginning notes of it here and there. I was a Smallville devotee.
And then everyone in Metropolis goes, "That's Clark Kent," because the man never wore glasses on that.
All right. So because that really, of course, was very believable always that You
Yep.
couldn't tell who he was with the glasses.
It is a necessity to the.
So of course, big shock here. Jason Scott Lee's still alive.
What?
Yeah, he got shot in the chest with a shotgun, but he is part vampire, so I guess that's why he's alive.
I don't believe you.
That doesn't
I
sound
watched
right.
the movie and I still don't believe you.
I don't believe this at all. But somehow Jason London does find Diane Neal in the pile
Yep.
of.
And she's like, "What? Hey, Jason London."
Yeah, and she's
all kind
big
of
old
drugged out.
vampire fangs. I mean, they
She's
really big old fangs. But
They gave her
literally,
some big old fangs.
They gave her the kind of fangs that interfere with talking, which is not good.
Well,
She does
they give
kinda-
her nothing to say too.
Yeah, I did think I was like, man, she was like one of the main characters of the last movie, and then she shows
had
up
dialogue
in the last 15 minutes of this movie for like 5 lines of dialogue.
Yeah,
And
she still delivers. By the way,
she's a good actress.
she does the whole thing with like, "Just kill me."
Yeah, I know. I was like, man, we needed her in more of this movie because she's pretty good in that
She's
scene.
like, "You came all the way for me," and they lean in for a hug, and it is that, oh my God, is she about to bite him? And instead, she kisses his neck.
Yeah.
That was a good character
That was
moment
actually
in
good.
a terrible movie.
That was a nice beat. Yeah. That's the kind of gravitas she brings to those closing arguments on Law and Order.
Yeah. I've always liked her again in I've got a crush on her way.
Big
So I think she's a good actress.
I
but
mean,
at
I
the same
talked
time,
about that last time, that she's like one of my big crushes from
I get it.
all of Law and Order.
I get it.
Yeah, she's great.
And that was a show that had no shortage of lovely lady prosecutors.
Oh, I mean, that was always
That was the
always,
thing.
It was always Sam Waterston and some hottie.
Yeah, you always had to balance out, that you've got those really not very attractive detectives.
Hey, man.
Until they brought in Jesse.
Well, no, but Brat came before that.
Oh, that's right, Brad.
Yeah, Benjamin
sorry.
Bratt. I guess that was always the case, though, because, I mean, obviously he's trouble now, but even Noth was there from day one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You had,
I'm sorry.
what is it, George Zunda?
George Zunda.
And
yeah.
Chris Noth. It was always like, and then you get
Yeah.
Orbach.
The thing with Orbach is, I mean, he's great. Was R.I.P. Rest
yeah,
in
man.
power.
I don't want to hear any bad about
No,
Detective Lenny
but
Briscoe.
the guy was so non-attractive that I think they were like, we've got to up that fact.
And then you pair Waterston with a hot female prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have
Except
an
for
Angie
Waterston
Harmon.
has that. He's a handsome, though oddly handsome.
He's an oddly handsome older gentleman. There needs to be a
Yeah.
And now everybody's hot.
Everybody's
on
hot.
Current
That's how
Law
you
and
keep
Order,
a show alive.
On current Law and Order, they're all hot as hell.
Yeah, you keep the show alive.
Well, I think that
with
actually
hotties.
that started on SVU when you put Mariska Hargitay and Chris Maloney, and you're just like, Jesus.
But you know what I like
Christ.
is that they've been on it so long, both, that they've been allowed to just age. And you go, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Actually,
And I still have a crush on Mariska Hargitay.
same here. But I will say, Chris Maloney has maybe gotten hotter.
That is kind of a thing.
Yeah,
and that's
he's
why
now the
is
super-
Patrick Dempsey is now the sexiest
Yeah.
man alive
And-
after all these years.
And like Maloney is they love to call him a zaddy online.
A zaddy.
Because he's a super jacked older gentleman.
I
and
think
he also
he's always been super jacked.
He's always been super jacked, but he's still super jacked, and he's 60, and he's really
Don't
leaned
forget,
into.
you're talking about Casey Jones.
Of course. And he's really leaned into the shaved head. The hair was going.
Yeah.
Just shave the head and just be a buff, bald badass.
Bald badass.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happened. I've turned this into a Law and Order podcast, which is always about to happen.
And that's actually a show that I've only ever really dipped into occasionally.
I am,
I
as
respect
one
it.
of the biggest fans of that franchise as a whole. I'm actually doing a Criminal Intent rewatch right now.
Oh.
Because I love D'Onofrio, of course.
D'Onofrio can't be beat.
It's D'Onofrio as Sherlock Holmes is what that show
Yeah,
is. And
you
it's the
can't
best.
beat him. Literally,
with the
he will
Columbo
physically
format.
destroy
That's
you.
the other reason I love Criminal Intent. It does the Columbo format of
Yeah,
who
yeah.
did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was great. And also have a big crush on Catherine Irby.
Man, well, we're just getting all the
Yeah.
crushes out.
Yeah.
So that everyone knows.
And a little crush on Courtney B. Vance on that show too.
Who's going to fight you on the Courtney B. Vance
Courtney
crush?
B. Vance, man, he's
Nobody.
so good on there. Talk
And
about
he's
a great,
always been good.
talk about a prosecutor with some gravitas. Anyway,
Yeah.
Jesus, this movie, we're still here.
Well, again,
how about when
in...
Jason Scott Lee gets on a horse?
Yeah, he does. He gets.
And he throws a scythe at a guy. He throws his little scythe thing at a guy and cuts his hand off.
He does.
And then he impales the other one through the throat with his whip. So he has the whip with the blade on it. This doesn't make physical sense to me. He whips the guy, it stabs through his throat, and then he pulls, head comes off in one motion. That doesn't seem possible. That you could stab someone through their neck, and then when you pull it, the whole head would come off. What's grabbing that doesn't work.
I see the problems you're having.
Yeah.
But
that's where the movie lost me. I was really with it right up until then.
Until that point.
Yeah, and then I was just like, I'm sorry. On board. This is just completely unrealistic now.
Yeah. Now, I'll give you a vampire.
Yeah.
But this is nonsense.
When he finds the reporter woman, she's been stabbed. Who stabbed her and when? That's the thing that got me. She seemed to be stabbed out of nowhere. The only person who could have stabbed her is Dracula. And why would he just stab this woman? Yep.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't work. Believe it or not, another thing that doesn't work in this movie. But he does show up with a cool sword.
Yes.
But knowing that we were
where
watching,
he's basically going, "Can you forgive me, Father?" I mean, just like kind of the previous one, it's all about, I'm going to talk about religious-y things and faith
and
while
Rutger
I fight
Hauer is such a good actor that it almost works.
Almost.
Yeah. It's the same thing with the Salem's Lot performance. Once again, you're like, this is almost good.
Yep.
But Lady Hawk, this is not.
Lady Hawk.
Oh, man. I do love 80s fantasy movies. That was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
I lived through it.
We are going to cover that over on my other podcast. We're going to do a season of 80s fantasy films.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't invite me for Crawl.
No, we both know who I have to invite for Kroll.
Yeah.
And of course, though, he's got a cool sword, and I'm going, well, but this fight's going to be lame because it's this movie. And it's pretty lame.
It was.
It's pretty lame. It is very clear Rutger Hauer is not going to do more than maybe 2 moves in a single shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going to talk up a storm.
Oh, and that's really what he should be doing, because we love a talkative Dracula, and Rutger Hauer.
I do.
I mean, I think Rutger Hauer's Dracula, that's a pretty good choice.
It is not a bad choice at all, though he's blonde. Though in this case, he's pretty much just white-haired.
I mean, and actually, that was the case. I mean, the guy previously was blonde. I will actually say, of the 3 Draculas, he's the best that has been in this. Versus Gerard Butler, totally forgettable guy from 2. Rutger Hauer takes the cake in this franchise.
Of course.
I will say, though, I am because I've never actually seen it. Coming up on the show, we will be doing the Dario Argento Dracula, where he's Van Helsing. And an actual badass Dutch guy as Van Helsing, and older Rutger Hauer as Van Helsing. I don't know about the quality of that movie, but that's great casting. That is a great choice.
It is great casting. I would say lower. Expecting.
No, I don't have any, but that sounds
Yeah.
I mean, look, if Hopkins is the peak, all right, for me.
Hopkins is just so good.
For and I say that because I love Cushing, but Cushing is like his own thing. For like platonic ideal of Abraham Van Helsing, I gotta go Hopkins. I just think he's so fucking good.
You're not getting an argument from me. I know you're trying to start one. I'm not giving you an argument.
I mean, come on, Dracula.
That moment.
It's the best Van Helsing moment in a movie. It really is. All right. So they have a pretty lame fight, and then Dracula gets stabbed a couple times, but he's like, "Ha ha, that didn't do anything. Ha ha, that didn't do anything," and then he gets impaled through the back with a torch.
Yeah,
which feels weird, and it's Diane Neal out of nowhere.
London.
No, it's Diane Neal.
Oh, it is Diane Neal. That's right,
and that's why it's kind of like out of nowhere, because you're like, wait a minute, I forgot about her. Like, I mean, I never forget about Diane Neal in my heart, but
I feel the need to say this: would that work?
No.
I mean,
what's sharp about that?
Also, would the flame still be going when it went through all that wet?
I also thought that because it comes. It's a bad CGI effect, of course.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Because it comes out through. Because he somehow, even though I understand Dracula's powers, but Rutger Hauer's not convincing me of that. He somehow gets the upper hand. And he's about to stab Jason Scott Lee with his sword, and then he gets impaled through the back with the torch, and then Jason Lee bites him. Also weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Because Dracula going out, and I have to say this, and it's no offense to Mr. Hauer.
No, never.
It's just Dracula goes out like a punk in this.
Here's the thing I was thinking. I agree, because here's the thing that made me think about. In all the movies we've watched, Dracula more often than not goes out like a punk, right? I think there are very few truly satisfying ends to Dracula in the movies we've
that's
seen.
so wrong.
Like, that's always the bummer in almost all the Christopher Lee ones. Almost every Christopher Lee Dracula death is terrible.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. I like the first one when he pulls the curtains down. That was cool.
Yeah.
But like, for the most part, though, Dracula is usually like, oh, that's how he died.
I'm disappointed.
And that's the case here, because he bites him, so he's now like.
Can I talk to your manager, please?
Yeah. Can I get a better Dracula death over here?
Hello?
This one's underwhelming. He bites him, so he falls to the ground bleeding, and then he cuts his head off with his own sword.
Yep.
Great. The king of the vampires is dead, and I think he was in the movie for 15 minutes.
Yep.
If that.
But guess what? So, essentially boils down to Diane Neal's character saying again to Jason London, like, do it.
Yeah, but
help me out.
But here's another one too, where I'm like, why? She seems perfectly fine. I mean, I guess she doesn't want to be a vampire, but
she doesn't want to go the full distance and become bad.
Yeah, I mean that I think that's the thing that's unclear to me.
Or bad Leroy Brown. She also doesn't want to become bad.
No one wants to be the baddest man in the whole damn town.
You mean better than old King Kong?
Better than a junkyard dog, Brandon. I've got to tell you.
That's hardcore, because I used to watch the WWF, and Junkyard Dog, he's a tough dude.
He's pretty tough, man.
He's pretty fucking tough.
He's almost as tough as the Undertaker. I got to tell you that right now.
Undertaker came later. He wishes he were as tough as Junkyard
I know.
Dog.
This is a separation in generations.
I know. I'm an old
Undertaker. Because I was going back to like I was a kid when Undertaker was walking around. Yeah.
My God, Undertaker! Yeah, he's not gonna stop.
I never got fully into the wrestling. I know a lot of my comic friends are also into wrestling, because I do see the crossover, but I just never could get into the full continuity of it. I like it in concept.
Yeah, I did my time with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and literally that was at its earliest.
I have a group of friends who still get together every year and go in on the pay-per-view of WrestleMania and watch it. Or I guess now it's the VOD or whatever, but yeah, it's still like a big deal. Like, oh, we got to get to WrestleMania.
Oh my God, WrestleMania!
Yeah, I'm like
48.
It's not really my thing. We will eventually get to a wrestling monster movie though, which I know who the guest has to be for that, which is Elliot, who's a huge wrestling fan.
Oh wow! That explains why Elliot's always trying to smack me with folding chairs.
Oh God! Out of nowhere, Silly lose with a folding chair. Good God!
That's not even illegal.
Oh no! There's gonna be a lot of controversy about this. Yeah. So she makes Jason Jason London kill her, and he's like, I can't. I love you. Another romance. Even with 2 movies, I don't believe this.
Yeah. No. But he finds the courage, and he
finds the courage.
Kills the hell out of her.
He kills her, and he's like, "Oh, Diane Neal."
He chops her head off, and it's sad.
I have to go investigate New York's most sensitive cases.
Yeah. Chong.
I don't know what it says about me, but SVU always my favorite, and I'm like, it is the sex crimes one, and I'm always just like, yeah, but there's something about it. It's just something about SVU.
Oh, you're a creep.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
You're a weirdo.
Well, what
the hell are you doing here?
Man, this is going to be the rest of the show. Us just
as quoting song lyrics.
I don't belong.
Well,
here.
we're almost done.
Yeah.
We're almost to the finish line.
Yeah,
John.
because
bring it home. Let's bring it home.
Well, you've got to love when Jason Scott Lee just tells the reporter, "You're dying."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, if I'm dying, you should take my confession. I've had impure thoughts about you."
Oh God. Look, here's the thing. I don't care if I did suddenly develop a hot and heavy crush on somebody.
No.
A day before.
Yep.
If I'm dying, literally, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use it to flirt. I'm going to say something more along the lines of, I wish I had done this or blah, blah, blah. And please tell my parents and whatever. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, you should know. Think you're a hottie.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I'm bleeding to death, but here we are.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Stud.
I did also think
doesn't work.
she's got the thing she's been stabbed with is still impaled in her, and he takes it out. And I'm like, well, now you're definitely killing her. You are killing her now.
Yeah, that thing is that was keeping some of that stuff in, and you are killing her.
That's
faster.
the one thing I distinctly remember from every doctor show I've watched is like, don't pull that out.
Don't pull that out.
Yeah,
they never listen to us.
They never do. I was shouting that at the screen. I was like, no, don't pull that. Oh, he did it.
Oh, he did it. She's definitely gonna die now.
Damn it.
So she dies, and he goes, well, hold on. He also says, I have similar things about you.
Yeah, he says you give me a boner, and I thought that was really weird.
He probably should have just said that.
No.
Well, you give me kind of like a boner or some shit.
Oh man, we can go back to James Woods. You get a little wood.
Oh God.
Who could forget you get a little wood?
Oh God.
Which I still has to be Woods improv. No doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
Yeah. And so Jason Lennon's like, dude, I just killed the love of my life. Can we get out of here? And Jason Scott Lee's like, yeah, give me a second. And then, this ending. Now he sits on the throne of the king of vampires with the reporter woman laid across him. Her eyes are vampire eyes. His eyes are vampire eyes.
Here's another, this was them fucking with this moment.
Yeah.
Because it's like, give me a moment. And you think, well, he's just staying with her as she's dead now.
The woman I love is dying. On the throne,
and she's stretched across him like she's dead.
Yeah.
So she's laying there, and you're thinking again, this is this very tender moment.
This is so sad.
But then she lifts her head and looks right at the camera like, I'm a sexy vampire now. And you're like, what? He turned her?
I did think it was kind of unnecessary that she said, I'm a sexy vampire now. But, to each their own on these movies.
To each their own. And, it turns out she is now a sexy vampire.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And then...
oh yeah, say it.
Then we got to push in all the way on his vampire eyes as they turn red. They go from blue to red. I guess that's how you know he's full vampire. Yeah. And it literally written on the screen, it says the king is dead, and then that fades away. Long live the king.
Which means this very unexciting, bland priest vampire is now the king of the vampires and is probably full evil. Man, bring on the sequel. There will be no sequel.
I can't wait.
That there is no sequel.
Nope. No, this is weirdly the last one.
It is so strange to me.
Oh, man. Who'd have guessed? Who'd have guessed? The last one.
Who'd have guessed that a movie that starred... I'm trying to remember. Who were the names in Dracula 2000?
Oh, Christopher Plummer
and
Johnny Lee Miller.
Yeah. And 7 of 9.
Jerry Ryan.
And Jennifer Esposito. And Vitamin C.
And little bitty Gerard Butler.
Who has
infant, not known of the world.
He's yet to discover where exactly Sparta is.
Before he finally realizes this is Sparta.
Sparta's in all of
this. This right here. This is Sparta.
This is Sparta. Okay.
Yeah.
You with me on that?
That's how he delivered it originally. And Zack Snyder said, "Could you give it a little more?
Little
to
Give it some muscle. Just a little muscle.
Yeah. No, not those muscles.
No. Yeah, he had to make sure he knew.
No, that's
He's like,
not.
no, you look great.
Yeah.
The CrossFit, all that has worked out great.
It's really he never came close to that jacked again ever.
No one could. No human.
No. And he has now entered, he's not quite at Russell Crowe levels, but
he's comfortable in being a zaddy.
Yeah, no, that's it exactly. He's definitely a dad bod action hero at this point. There's no question.
And still a very entertaining actor to watch.
I love Gerard Butler, of course.
I know.
I
know you do.
Yeah, but I also know, and I think he knows now. I think he knows now. There's a thing he does really well, and he does that.
Sure.
Don't play Dracula. Don't play Phantom of the Opera.
Don't do
it. Don't do rom-coms. Remember that whole run? What was
shit.
that about? Anyway, that's the end of the Dracula 2000 trilogy.
We made it.
This is terrible. It's really
bad. This is not good. We're the only people that ever watch these. We are the only
That's
people
right. I actually got a
watched.
letter from the director going, thanks, guys. You're the first to ever actually watch all three of them.
He got a residual check for $1.50 from our watching it.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think Max pays to stream these? Not much is the answer.
Yeah.
Well, Brendan, I think it's time that we take a brief break from vampires on the show.
Oh, you know me, I love them.
Love the vampires.
It's time to take a break.
It's been a lot. I think it's time we check in with our old friend in Egypt, the Mummy. Oh, that's right, folks. Next week on the show, it's a movie I've never heard of called Legion of the Dead.
I've never heard of this
Legion of the Dead. But it does feature another favorite of mine, Bruce Boxleitner, folks. That's right.
Are you kidding me?
Tron himself will be doing battle against...
I think you mean Frank Buck from Bring 'Em Back Alive.
Bring 'Em Back Alive. I'm talking about Scarecrow from Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
I'm talking about Captain Sheridan from
Babylon
5.
Captain John Sheridan, folks.
Which I still love that show.
I do enjoy Babylon 5, and I actually have not watched the new Max edition where they went in and remastered it and did new special effects.
Oh, I didn't know they even did that.
Yeah, the version that's on Max has been, all the episodes have been restored in high def, and they have new improved effects.
I think I know what I'll be doing.
Yep, yeah, I know. That's one of those things because it's like I haven't done it yet because I'm like that's going to be like a whole thing. It's going
to be a whole thing.
Yeah,
it actually did last
quite
a bit.
I do really like Bruce Boxleitner. I know he's been in a lot of garbage, and I'm sure this is garbage.
Here's the thing about him.
Yeah,
I love him too, but at the same time, he is a TV hero.
Oh yeah,
he's a weak sauce hero, not meaning he's not heroic. It's just he's not your icon.
Right. Well,
doesn't mean I don't love him.
No, he's an icon to people like us who watch those TV shows.
Yeah,
and so
all
he
the genre
is
TV.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's my love of all the Star Trek people and stuff too. This also features another icon of genre from a very specific movie, and that is Gremlins Zach Galligan.
Oh, Zach Galligan.
Zach Galligan is also in Legion of the Dead. So there you go. That's next week on the show, but the fact I've never heard of it does not help. I don't think this one...
No, it's not filling me with a lot of...
But it clocks in at a brisk 82 minutes.
Nice.
That's how you know it's good. So that'll be next week on the show. That should be fun. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters. I'm John Campbell.
I'm Brendan Jones.
And remember, there are such things as monsters.
You know what? I hope that Rutger Hauer enjoyed the craft service. Again, because I think that's probably all he got out of this.